Good morning, Tevis faithful. I'm here at the bottom of the climb to high camp. We're waiting for the first riders to come through, so you're not going to miss any. Watching that beautiful sunrise coming up over Olympic Valley. The riders are going to come off of that hill. You can see they've got the ground marked there for them. They're going to go out across this concrete bridge and then start that climb all the way up to high camp. It's a beautiful day. It was quite cold. I stayed the night in Olympic Valley last night and it was pretty chilly, but it's nice here now. There's just the slightest breeze. It's not humid and it looks to be a really nice day. So for info, during the Western States Endurance Run, the riders climb up the escarpment and go that way up the hill. And there's our Tevis moon. She's getting ready to go to bed. She'll come back out around 11 o'clock tonight. So beautiful, beautiful area up here in Olympic Valley. One of the prettiest portions of the ride is this first 1/3 of it, where the riders climb up out of Roby Park, drop down to Olympic Valley, climb back up into the Granite Chief Wilderness, hit Watson's Monument at the top, and then all through the Granite Chief Wilderness, lush riparian habitat, really, really pretty. So we may have started this feed just a little bit early, but we didn't want to miss any of the riders coming through. I was told from our net control, looking at the trackers, that my first rider through should be Heather Reynolds. Not sure about that. Anything can change, and with technology, we know that sometimes it doesn't always work right. But that was the last report that I had when they let me know when to fire up this feed. So I'll see if I can make everybody sick by moving the camera around here a little bit. Again, back that way is Palisades, Tahoe, down that road, Palisades, Tahoe, Olympic Valley, formerly called Squaw Valley. That's where the Olympics were held. What was it, 1976, something like that? I don't know. The riders cross this bridge and then they'll go up that road. You can see it's quite steep. So beautiful area, beautiful rock formations. Our sun's coming out the top. They talked about this last night, the yellow ribbons. The trail is marked all in yellow ribbons, and that goes back to Wendell Roby and him trying to stay with, kind of have a little attachment to the U.S. cavalry. So they used, at least according to the story I was told, and somebody else can validate that, or I'll validate it later. I know their battle streamers were yellow. So that's why we mark the trail in yellow ribbons here at Tevis. You might not be able to see it. There are white arrows, dolomite arrows on the road. So since I'm here, they're not gonna have to worry too much about going the wrong way. but they're gonna come off of that trail right there. You can see it winds around and it goes up through there. So, but if I wasn't here, it could be quite confusing and riders might think that they had to go and climb that hill. Nope. They're gonna come through here. And man, that's pretty. Look at that sun light up that mountain. So it's quite nice where I am. I'm right next to this, well, it's a very much overgrown creek. Can't see much, but at least it gives me something nice to listen to while I wait for the riders to come in. You know, one thing we can talk about while we're waiting, the Tevis Cup, actually, the ride itself operates at a deficit. So we do not, the Western States Trail Foundation does not make any money on the ride. We actually lose money on the ride. So how do we keep going? Well, donations. We also hold a few fundraisers throughout the year. The virtual ride is a great fundraiser that we do. That one is 100 miles in 1 day, or I'm sorry, 100 miles in 100 days. Sorry about that. Net Control just sent me a message that my signal's going in and out. I gotta see if I can find a better spot to stand. So our fundraising, the virtual Tevis, 100 miles in 100 days. And we start 100 days out from the actual Tevis Cup. You ride your 100 miles anywhere in the world on any trail that you want. And then everybody finishes. The finish date is the finish day of the actual Tevis. You can ride 1 mile a day, you can ride 5 miles and then another 5 miles. It does not matter. You can go over 100 miles. We even have it designed so that you can do one that is not a version that is not equestrian related. So if you would like to cycle, if you would like to hike, if you would like to run, walk, paddle, pogo stick, it doesn't matter. All of those. Oh, here comes our first runners. Here they come. And from what I could see, it looked like Heather in the lead. I don't know. Nope, that's Jeremy. Good morning. So we've got Jeremy Reynolds in the lead on Treasure, and then we've got Heather right behind on Sonic. And good morning, folks. Have a great ride. Well, that was quite exciting. And now you can see them going up the hill there. And you also see that now they're walking. And yes, tiny, let's see if we can zoom in. Smart. It's a very steep climb. And so you'll see most of the Smart, or just a light jog, getting up there to high camp. You can really burn out your horses. It's we're at elevation and it's super steep. Oh, here we go. We got 2 more riders coming in. 3 more riders. Good morning. Don't want to surprise you. Okay, so we've got Sonoma Blakely, Sonoma Wash, and Suzanne. Okay, Sonoma Blakely, Wash Blakely, and Suzanne Ford Huff in 4th, 5th, and 6th at this point in the ride. Now at this point in the ride, I'm standing at about mile 11. Give or take. High camp is 13. Maybe 10 miles. And here we have more riders coming in. Big trail of them. Good morning. So we've got Karen Donnelly and Andy Botello, and then we've got Nicole Wirtz and John Perry and Emily Farmer. So Molly Keyrose, and that was Jennifer Stalley right in front of her. And there they are, going up the hill. And we've got more coming. Solo rider. Good morning.
Morning. Susie.
Hey, Susie Hayes.
From Montana.
From Montana. Get it, Montana. Just see them all up there on the hillside. So in that group that passed, so we had Heather and Jeremy Reynolds, winners from last year. Suzanne Ford Huff, she's top competitor. Nicole Wirtz, top 10 last year. John Perry, Hagen Cup winner. Jennifer Stalley, she's got a really nice horse this year, Wasco. He's done really well, and he's a really good hill horse. I've ridden with that horse before, and they just dusted me off on the hills. So some competition in that group. Molly Kiro's in there with Mac. She's back riding Mac. Mac is all healed up and good to go. Got more riders coming here. Big group of riders. Good morning! It looks like it's Christoph. Christoph Schork in the lead. Morning, folks. Beautiful day.
How's the live video going? Travis Underwood.
Who most of the rest of those riders were. They just passed so fast and I could not see the numbers. So, but at least 4 of those 5 horses are out of Christoph's Global Endurance crew. He's got nice horses and he conditions them well. They always finish well. Here we are, another group of riders coming through. Good morning. You can just see Christoph's group up there walking. Here comes another group through. Good morning.
I keep getting pulled to overtime at Forest Hill, so I'm trying to move out more than I usually do. Yeah. Hello.
Good morning. What's your name?
Monica Bennett.
Monica Bennett and Emily. Emily Hart. I'm going to try walking down the hill a ways, and maybe we'll get better signal. I'm getting messages from our control room that my signal is poor, and there's not much I can do about it other than try and walk around. I can't even see what kind of signal I have up here. Got some more riders coming through. Good morning. Is that Haley?
Haley Stavitz. Scary person, I know. See you at Auburn.
Good morning. So we've got Melissa Montgomery and
How are you today?
I'm good, Melissa. How are you?
Great. Have a wonderful day.
You guys too. See you in Auburn.
Yeah.
Big group of riders coming through. Big group. Good morning. If you can, tell me your name as you go by for the live feed.
Maylin Paulson.
Maylin Paulson. Christine Hartman.
Hey, what's
Lindsay Fisher.
Hi, I'm
Carmen.
Carmen. Alina.
Good morning. Frank Crum. Go Thundy. Good morning, folks. If you can, tell me your name for the live feed. Jax Berleberg, Tierney Belleberg, Brandon. Go Go, Kendall! Good morning!
Hi.
If you can, tell me your name as you go by for the live feed. That's Hal Hall in the front. That's Jennifer Niehaus, Alex Niehaus. Good morning.
Hey! Hi, Abigail!
Hi! Lee Scribner, Audra Cook and 7. Gail Munch.
Hi, Abigail!
Christina Jarvis. Get some, Texas.
It's Aaron Glassman.
Aaron Glassman. Have an excellent ride, Aaron. Okay, and our one mule is coming up right now. Second in this line, that's going to be Shane Lesher on ticket. And that's Cassandra DiMaggio on taser leading the group. Good morning, folks. Have a great ride. Beautiful day, beautiful day. I got you already.
Hi! Shantae! I read your side.
Good morning. Another big group coming through. Good morning, folks. If you can, shout out your name as you go by so everybody knows who you are. Good morning.
Kyle Benedict.
Hey, Kyle. Marianne. Jenny, go. Katie, go. Captain Morgan. Jay Marrow. Good morning. There she is. Let's get some Texas.
I'm smiling.
Andrew Gerhard, Jaya May, Addison, Ken Campbell,
Hey, thank you.
Scott Stewart. Good morning. Smile and wave. Man, you got good eyes if you can read that far away.
I'm doing
Hey, Emily! Hi, hi! Nicole! Go! Terry Zigolinski, Birdman, getting some. Good morning.
Sorry, small tan.
And you can see that long line of riders climbing up that hill. And then, let's see if I can see them all the way up. Then you can see them up there. So let's back on out. Tiny little dots. All the way up there. And they'll finally get around, ooh, made myself dizzy there. They'll finally get around the bend. So that tree's in the way, we can't see it. But you can just barely see. Oh, I lost him now. Sorry, guys. Sorry, people at home, I'm making you dizzy. You can see some riders, it looks like they're going right underneath the there they are, way up there on the hill. That's how far away they are from me. And of course, I was not counting riders. I probably should have been. So I have no idea where in the field we are. So we're just, I'm here above Palisades, Tahoe. Just above Olympic Valley. And the sun is making an appearance where I am standing. I'm below High Camp. High Camp is 13 miles. And so I'm in the 10-11 range. From where I am, it's a pretty steep climb for anybody who's just joining. And we've had a very large group of riders come through, but we're waiting. They come through, you can see the sun peeking over there. And on your screen, if you go To the left of the sun, there's 4 or 5 pine trees. Riders will pop through right in that big gap of pine trees. Everything is waking up here in the forest. The chipmunks are waking up. The mosquitoes are waking up. There's your riders. And I can hear somebody else. There we go, more riders coming through. Good morning. More riders. Okay. And for those that don't know, I'm actually wearing a sign that says smile, wave, tell me your name. So some people do just that. Good morning. Hey! Chris Amaral.
Hey,
How are you, dear?
I'm fine.
Run over and Chris and I rode a lot together. You'll be fine.
We're
Go
doing
get
fine.
it. Go
We're
get
doing
it.
Thanks for being here.
You're welcome.
We'll get a little faster.
I'm-
Come on, sister.
Sorry we couldn't have the band back together. So Chris is a good friend of mine. He and I put a lot of miles on our animals together last year, and it was just one of those trail hookups, and then we'd end up at the same ride and had a good time. So, and isn't that what happens a lot here in our sport of endurance? You're riding along and maybe you're all by yourself, and then somebody else comes along and your animals pace well together, and next thing you know, you're friends and it's a great day, and you're at the next ride and maybe doing the same thing again. So one of the awesome things about this sport. So from where I am, and I'm so very sorry that the signal is just apparently not as good here where I'm standing. So little riders, that's all we can do. A little cold, but other than that, being up here in some beautiful country, and there are far worse jobs. So we're still up here in Palisades. Of course, now that there are no riders, it looks like the signal is awesome. Maybe give you folks a view of the surrounding area. I know some folks that might be watching have never seen country like this before. Lots of granite, big rocks, little rocks. So this is one of the areas in Tevis where you do ride on the road. You saw they came off the trail there, but then it's this road which is, it's not pavement, This is a concrete bridge, obviously. The road isn't true pavement all the way up, but it's pretty hard packed for a couple of miles up to High Camp and until you get up there to Watson's Monument. And then you jump off that road and you're back on trail again for miles and miles and miles. So there's that last group of riders. And here comes another rider. Good morning. Oh, sun's right in my camera.
Chantal, Allen, and Dubai.
Chantal, Allen, and Dubai. Good luck. See you in Auburn. I'm gonna stay live here for about 5 more minutes and see if we get anybody else coming through.